Hi, I'm Peggy Kelly, and this is the education update for the week. It's Thursday, December 10th, excuse me. And with us today, we've got Vanessa Donahue, who is the principal of Blanchard School, which is a very old, very historic school. And good morning, Vanessa. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning, Peggy. Thank you so much for today.
Absolutely. Could you tell us a little bit about your background with the school district and maybe perhaps why you went into what you went into?
I'm sure. I've actually been with this district officially 14 years, really 15 if you count my student teaching. I actually did my student teaching at Glen City. And then the following year, I worked as an English, I taught groups of students who were newcomers. So English as a second language. And then I went to substitute at Isabel Middle School for a little bit. The following year, actually met my husband there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then after that, I went to Barbara Webster, and I was there for 10 years. I taught general education, a third grade class for 4 years, and then I switched into special education as a resource specialist teacher for 6 years. And then I got the opportunity to kind of restart my career at Glen City again as the assistant principal for 2 years. And after that, I was lucky enough to get to come to Blanchard, where I've been here as a principal for, this is my 3rd year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And
what's the enrollment at Blanchard?
We're about 300 students. We have a preschool on our campus, which is, there's only 2 schools in our district that has a special education preschool. So we have our general ed population and special ed population K through 5, and we also have our preschool class. So that's kind of that class is constantly getting new students, which is wonderful.
Oh, that is wonderful. Now, where's the campus? What's the location of Blanchard? Remind everyone.
We are on Peck Street. So the first school, if you're coming from Ventura area.
That's right. Yes, yes. And that's a busy campus.
Yes, it is.
And I know things are different now, I mean.
Yes.
Unfortunately. Now, why don't we, even though I know it's different and it's distance learning, it's what, how do you wanted to talk about maybe reminding parents really how important it is for their students to take part in being educated. I mean,
oh, yes. Everybody knows that distance learning has been a little bit of a struggle for teachers and students alike. But we want to make sure that our students are not falling behind academically as much as possible. So it's important to have the students attend class every day, and that parents and teachers really work together and keep frequent communication so that they're able to know how the student is doing, know what assignments they need to do. A lot of times the students forget that the assignments that are independent are not optional. So it's important to just keep up with the teachers, the communication, so they know what to expect, what the assignments look like, and how to be able to help their child at home.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that are parents reaching out, or do you reach out on both sides? The school reaches out to the parents and the parents reach out in the school, or how does this usually work?
I've actually heard that because of distance learning, there has been much more frequent communication with between teachers and parents. A lot of parents are, available. If they're available, they're sitting nearby in the class, and they're able to either ask the teacher after class or email the teachers. A lot of them are communicating back and forth through email or phone calls. So it is going both ways. It's important that it goes both ways. And, when there's concerns with students or teachers or anything, parents always are welcome to reach out to me too.
Sure, absolutely. And I know it must be so different for the teachers and the parents and the kids. Everybody's used to, especially the parents and their children, they're used to having the kid come home or their child come home, and they're going to do homework, maybe some homework, and that's it. Well, now they're home and they've got to do their whole study thing, even though it's more encapsulated. So it's because it's it's different. It certainly is. Now, how has your staff been handling this? And I know that that includes your teachers' aides, and I mean, you know, you're still fully staffed because you're still running the school.
You know, I'm really proud of how my staff has been handling this. I actually, if you drive by Blanchard on a daily basis, you wouldn't be able to tell that there's not of my teachers to work on campus. Say that when this all happened, most people had not heard of Zoom or knew how to, you know, communicate to students via social distance. And now everybody, they're pros at it. Our classified staff sit in the classrooms too, and they have their own little groups to work with students. It's just, I feel like, you know, they really have tried their best to adjust to the situation and provide the best instruction they can to our students. And if you drive by my school, especially on Mondays and Fridays, you'll see boxes all throughout the sidewalk. And those are materials that our teachers leave for students to pick up from their classrooms. Even though it's not required, they want our students to have some hands-on practice, especially with little ones, printing practice and being able to trace letters and cut things out. And right now, I can tell everybody's getting ready for their winter projects because all of the things outside are red and green. I just ask that we don't send glitter home. But I mean, they're really, our teachers are really also trying to incorporate activities that are fun for the kids to participate in from home that they would have participated in class during the school year.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because I know it's very hard on the teachers, it's very hard on the principal, and it's very hard on the staff and the children that they're separated at this point in time. And I'm sure that that hurts to a certain extent.
Yeah, you can tell. We have special education students come onto campus to be tested or assessed for special education with the school psychologist sometimes. And it's almost like we can all tell when there's a child on campus, because as soon as a child is walking through campus, we all kind of open our doors and peek out and say hello and kind of yell, "We miss you." Just because we really do miss having the kids on, you know, on our campus. It's nice. It's great that we're getting to see them every day online, but it sure feels different.
Yeah, I know. And teachers are really the anchor to the kids. And of course, you know, the principal is always the, I remember when I was a student in elementary school, and it was a big thrill for the principal to say hello and things like that, even that acknowledgement. And of course, everybody loves their teachers, and I'm so happy that they've been able to at least do the distance learning, and so children can see their teachers, and they can come on campus on occasion and pick things up. Now, I'm intrigued. What would be in that red and green box?
They're probably coloring or cutting out those little Christmas bulbs and counting them, or Christmas trees, all kinds of projects. I mean, you name it, they've done it. And all I say is no glitter. We don't send glitter home, but they're constantly doing projects and sending art supplies, or if students are missing something, even paper and pencils, they send those home too. So they really go above and beyond. And I think that's why I have stayed in Santa Paula for so long, because our district really tries to meet the needs of our students. And we, you know, try never to we don't want them to ever feel like they're held back due to being English learners or low socioeconomic backgrounds, or not, you know, having the opportunity to have prior experiences in different things. Our district does a lot of work to make sure that they get every opportunity. I mean, when I was their age, I didn't really have any of that support growing up. And when I came to this district and I see how much that they are constantly trying to provide for our students, even now with distance learning, you know, they've got free tutoring available 24 hours a day to students, and after school intervention. I mean, it's great to have staff and district that are really trying to go above and beyond and meeting the needs of our students, even in this current situation. As hard as that is, they're still trying.
Mm-hmm. And of course, efforts are always well rewarded when we have so many students that go on to better things and attend college and get scholarships to universities, and so many of them say that when they finish college and they start their career, they want to come back to Santa Paula. And
that's also what's great about Santa Paula, is that there's so many there's so many people here who grew up from Santa Paula, and that, you know, now they're teachers here, or you see them in their professions. I think that's wonderful for our students to see and make goals. And I always try to remind our students, you know, college or careers, or, you know, any chosen profession, I want you guys to be successful, kind citizens. That's usually the goal for me at Blanchard. And I try to, actually, I miss the kids a lot. I make it a priority to try to spend recess with students about twice a week if I can, when we're normally on campus. So sometimes you'll see me, you know, out there bouncing the ball with kids, or playing handball, just with the students, so that feel like there's enough.
And that's so important. It really is. Makes me cry. It's very sweet. Now, I saw too where you're doing your library book checkout system, and when you return from winter break, would you go ahead and explain that to the audience?
Yes, I'm really excited about that. We've been trying to get this going, and every time, for a little bit now, and every time we're about to start, you know, we end up getting sidetracked with something new, or we go into a different tier. But coming back from winter break, we will be starting up a library checkout system, so the kids will be able to request books online, or if they don't have a specific book, they can request a certain level. Our library tech, DD Sandoval, is wonderful, and she knows the kids really well, and she's able to, you know, make good selections. So they'll be available for students to pick up, much like the packets that, or activities that our students pick up on a daily basis. And then they'll be able to turn them into our box, our mailbox, that's outside of our cafeteria, and check out more. So it'll be good to be able to get some books in the hands of our students.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're also going to be, and school events also might be, or the information about this should be viewable soon on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, so I try to, this year we have started a Facebook page. We started a little bit last year, but it's a different experience. So we've really started it this year, and also an Instagram page for Blanchard. And so we always try to post all of our upcoming events on there. Normally during the school year, I give weekly phone calls with all of the campus events or opportunities for parents to get involved. This year we don't have as many due to distance learning, so we send Ed Connect messages or text messages as events approach, but I also post them on our social media pages. So like this weekend, we'll be posting information about our Winter Spirit Week. We're going to have every day is a different dress day. So I'm looking forward to Friday the 18th, because it's a Sleepy Beagle Dog Day, which means we get to wear our winter pajamas. Yes, and anyone who knows me knows that I love dress up days. I'm always in a costume or PJs on those silly days, and I make sure to pop into classrooms. I'm regularly zooming into classrooms on a daily basis, but especially on those fun days where I get to see what the students are up to or what they're wearing.
And of course, the Beagle is the mascot of Blanchard, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I keep trying to convince people around me to get a Beagle. No luck yet. On Friday the 18th, we'll also be having our family movie night, and we'll be showing Trolls Holiday. I will post more information. It'll be at 6 o'clock.
So Vanessa, tell me, I know this has been a very unique experience for you. So had you ever anticipated going through something like this with the shutdowns and that?
No, it's definitely been something that I never would have even imagined. It's I think in a way when we return, we will all be more grateful to be able to have our normal life, or as normal as we can. Students will be happy to be on campus, and I think it's sad that we've all had to go through this, but I know that when we do return, our students and our staff, our whole Blanchard community and the district will be so excited just to have kids back and safe.
That's wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to add, or any subject perhaps you wanted to bring up, or a question I didn't ask you?
No, other than to just stay safe, practice social distance, and wearing a mask so that we can get our numbers to settle down a little bit. The sooner those can go back to the criteria, we can work on getting our students back. We really miss them. And to just keep consistent communication with us. We're here to help. And for us, it's like anything we can do to help the families, we're here to help.
Oh, that's wonderful. Listen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. And once again, I'm Peggy Kelly, and this is the Education Update for KADYTV.com. You can go ahead and watch this online, and be sure to subscribe to YouTube when you do. And also, it'll be broadcast on City Cable Channel 10. That's Spectrum Cable Channel 10. They also run these wonderful interviews that are very insightful. And once again, I want to thank Vanessa Donahue, who's the principal of Blanchard School, for joining us today. And you have a wonderful holiday, Vanessa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Stay safe.